folks. All right, click the links for Odyssey, Bit Chute, to Sports Channel, CashApp, Cryptisk, Subscribestar, or to join the Telegram. So, my best Act Nation impersonation. Some Hombritos were caught slipping in the sunny city of Oakland. In case you're not familiar, I don't know what part of the country you're from, you're not familiar with Oakland, California. It's not a place where you want to be hanging out in a parking lot. It's like, what are you talking about? This guy who got robbed was concealed carrying, probably not legally. So California means if you get a clean record, it's a misdemeanor. If you don't have a clean record, it could be charged as a felony. So like in California, it's illegal to defend yourself, which is just as crazy as it sounds. It's like, so you're saying like only criminals in the state can carry. The criminals don't care, obviously, and the state is not there to protect you. The state's there to gather evidence after the crime is committed. It's like, yeah, that's California. They passed all kinds of open carry and concealed carry laws over the years and thought, oh, we're making our state safer. But criminals don't follow the laws. Oh, well, don't really know where to go with that. So you're in Oakland, even though you're concealed carry doesn't do shit unless you have situational awareness, which these guys did not have at all. And the guy was concealed carrying, and he probably thought of himself in a certain manner, like three hard boys, maybe. And the thing is, they might legitimately be, but you can't do anything when someone has the drop on you. At that point, the better thing to do would have been, you guys wearing a gold necklace and a medallion in Oakland. Say at the low end, say the thing's worth $1,000. Say it's a medallion. The medallion looks like it might have some weight to it, assuming it's a high percentage gold. Say it's worth $1,000. You go, these guys are going to commit felonies, like armed robbery for $1,000. Yeah, are you not familiar with Oakland? Are you not familiar with sunny cities? Yeah, they absolutely will. They do it over and over again. There's no shortage of this kind of stuff. Why does it happen? Because of the catch and release criminal justice system. So I saw this video. Three guys were sitting around talking outside a Mexican restaurant. Unfortunately, it was in Oakland, which is 25% sunny. They had these dudes hop out with the pistols drawn. Store owners wearing gold jewelry around in a sunny climate. That's a guaranteed robbery waiting to happen. Somebody sees you with it, they're just going to tell your buddies, and it's their buddies, and it's only a matter of time before you get robbed. It's a really stupid thing to do in today's present climate. These are not the old days. And the funny thing is crime peaked about 1990. And we're not even there yet. And you go, wait a minute, this is bizarre. Where I'm seeing crime on social media, it's at this extremely high level. Yeah, because of cameras are everywhere, and security cameras and cell phone footage is everywhere. Crime is going to get much, much worse, and you're going to see it all on security cameras and people's cell phone videos in a way that you just didn't see in 1990. And the thing is, back in 1990, technically in 1990, you could open carry, and the concealed carry laws in 1990 were probably less strenuous. So this guy's wearing gold jewelry in Oakland. Like, what did you think was going to happen, buddy? And they're sitting around talking in a parking lot in Oakland. Again, like, you might think of yourself as three hard boys, and it might legitimately be three hard boys, but only one of you is armed, and you can't do anything when people have the drop on you. It's even people who think of themselves as like street dudes. I don't think, like, these are young guys; they're only in their 30s. So in the late 80s and 90s, like, they were kind of too young to really be cognizant of that. Like, they might think of themselves as street dudes, and they might legitimately be street dudes. A lot of people are not really aware of how fast this stuff is accelerating, because unless you're watching social media videos and following the news, like these three guys, like, they never in a million years expected this, because they didn't, like, their situational awareness was dog shit. They're blocked out. They're blocked out by traffic with three big trucks. They can't see anything anyway. It's like they did everything wrong, and it just never occurred to them that this kind of stuff would happen. So what happens is mayors and district attorneys have been running elections based on this restorative justice model, this new model, which ebbs and flows every few years, which means catch and release, which means there are no consequences for crime, which as a consequence means that you simply get more crime. So as long as it's in San Francisco and Oakland, they vote for this, they're going to keep getting more of this. What did you expect would happen? And no, there's no midnight basketball or after school programs that are going to fix this. I remember midnight basketball in the Clinton era from the 90s. Did it help? No, they just start shooting each other at the midnight basketball. Oh, so what does help? One of the situations would be putting fathers back in the home, which is never going to happen. That would be the primary solution. The secondary solution is the ultra prime solution would be separation. That's my goal. That would be the only real solution to stop this kind of stuff. Separate high trust and low trust people into different areas of a city, de jure as well as de facto. So the secondary solution is going to be punitive. You put people in prison to punish them. You got to stop thinking that these Soros-appointed politicians, DAs, mayors, city councils, whatever, that they want a solution. They don't. Chaos was the goal the whole time. So another problem in today's sunny climate is that even if you're wearing zero jewelry and no expensive tennis shoes, they're basketball shoes. Date yourself. There's a gamble that you might have a high-end cell phone, which is a unique situation that only happens, in the era of high-end cell phones. Like before, a few decades ago, if you're out jogging at night, like you didn't have a cell phone, you didn't even have a wallet. You might have a clip-on knife and a pepper spray, but so you didn't have anything for like coyotes or something, but you didn't have anything valuable. So it's like you were a low-value target. Now everyone walking around in almost every situation has got a cell phone of some variety. Like, yeah, there are flip phones that are worth $30, and there are smartphones that are only worth $100, but there are also smartphones worth over $1,000. So it's a gamble for the thief, and it's a very lucrative gamble when there are no consequences at all. It's simply catch and release, and you get put on a GPS monitor. So everyone's got a cell phone of some variety. So for in sunny cities, there's a decent chance they drive around looking for crimes of opportunity. Like 3 guys talking in a parking lot in Oakland. That's insane. That's insane. Like these guys probably feel like the biggest idiots ever, because I'm sure they had a certain image of themselves. Of being able to hold their own. It's like you can't hold your own against 2 guys who have the drop on you. You can't beat that. Even if you saw them coming, it's still one pistol against 2 pistols. You're in a real rough situation. At least you could have put down some like suppression fire type of stuff and had them at least try to run back to the car. So you get these 3 guys driving around. They know that they're going to get at least 3 cell phones, 3 wallets, and some jewelry, the very visible gold necklace and medallion that you're broadcasting to the world. These guys are like, they did everything wrong, and I'm sure they learned the lesson. There's no high trust society with low trust people. And now people have got like Venmo and CashApp already installed on their phones, and you've got, it depends on how much business you do, and it's like I've got $70 in CashApp that people have donated over the years, actually, ever since I had CashApp. It's not much, but it's like you go, would somebody rob you for $70 in CashApp? Yeah, absolutely. They'll rob you for anything. It's like my cell phone's not worth anything, even on the used market. It's probably worth $100, but you start adding in like, okay, you've got $70 in CashApp and maybe $50 in Venmo. So when they rob you for the phones, it's like, I've got my phone password protected, but they don't just take the phone and run off. They check to see if the phone is password protected, and they get the password from you, and they have a gun in your face. You're not going to not give up the password. So they know that they're going to get all this kind of stuff. They can empty out your Venmo, your Cash App. They get the cell phones. They get the passwords. There's no solution to these kind of sunny crimes of opportunity except, to have, the solution is obviously separation. Other than that, which is, that's not going to happen without a civil war, is how I have very high levels of situational awareness and even not do stupid things like talk in a parking lot while wearing jewelry, even without the jewelry. Like I said, the cell phone problem is a real serious issue for society now. You just can't do the kind of things you could have done a few years ago. Yeah, you can carry a conceal. In California, it's going to be illegal. But that means that when you see the sunny car roll up, you pretty much have to draw because they're coming out of the car with their guns already drawn. And say you get it wrong. Say it was just, if you saw that they had face masks on, before the days of Wu Flu, you knew they were bad actors. Now these guys aren't wearing face masks. They're wearing, I don't know, not exactly balaclavas, but I'm sure what you call those kind of, like, these are more like ski masks type of things. Like, yeah, you kind of get the idea these are bad actors. But what if you draw on the wrong crowd? It's just guys who are going into the restaurant, or they're going to go to they're going into the mall or something like this. So that means they're going to be filming you. They're going to call the cops on you, and now you're carrying concealed and you brandishing. You're going to get arrested. The point is that society is meant to go this way, to get to the point of civil war and cause as much chaos as possible. Anyway, I'm running out of time on the cell phone. Click the links, support channel on Coffee or Cash App, and I will see you so I can be a more high value victim. I'll see you guys all next episode.